You wanted to speak?
I see you, Hunter. I notice what you've been up to.
And what have I been up to exactly?
Bad things. Very bad things. The worst. You should see the look on your face. I meant that in a good way. You're embracing the darkness more and more every day, owning it, but not letting it own you. And more importantly, you're proving to be quite a good friend.
I am touched and honored to be considered a friend to you, Ileana.
Just don't let it go to your head. For years in this realm, I felt out of place. I was a sorceress who used the darkness within her for the cause of light and life. No one understood me, and most people were terrified. Then I met the Midnight Suns, and they showed me how to make a home in this world. It never felt right for a bad girl like me to fight with the good guys. Until you showed me how.
You have shown me a lot too, Ileana.
Perhaps, but I haven't told you everything. My time growing up in Limbo was difficult. The creature who brought me there.
Mephisto.
The very same. He sought to blacken my soul with corruption, forced me to hurt, to curse, to kill. I hate what he did, what he made me do. But without it, I am not the person you know, and I would never have met you. Am I a monster for being grateful it happened as it did?
Of course not. A terrible creature inflicted pain on a friend of mine. Worse, he made her think it was her own fault.
It was my fault.
He was always the monster, Ileana. Never you. That is what I see.
I do not agree. But I trust you. I shall consider what you said, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for listening to me, friend.
Stop being so defensive and listen to us, Robbie.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
No need to be worried. I got this.
I don't think you fully understand what you're carrying. The parchment packs a lot of evil.
And what? You don't think I can handle it? I'll have you know that you aren't the only one who has a corner on controlling darkness. Just ask Sparky.
We're just concerned.
Concerned? You're starting to sound an awful lot like Caretaker, Nico.
Since when did you become such a jerk?
Since he started carrying that damn page, that's
Why
when...
don't you worry about yourself, Blade?
Whatever you say, Robbie. Why don't you go find Peter?
Well, maybe I will. I'm out.
Well, we tried.
The Parchment of Power is no joke. Then again, neither is Robbie. Let's just hope he's right and he can handle it.
Yeah, let's hope.
Oh, you are gonna love this. So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Sometimes, I even impress myself. See you, Hunter.
gonna go easy, bub.
Back again. Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too. Peace. Have time to talk, Hunter? I saw you witnessed our disagreement in the hallway earlier.
I did.
Yet you didn't say anything.
I did not.
The parchment contained some of the darkest, most twisted magic that's ever existed. Robbie's my friend, but I don't think he's strong enough to withstand those forces. If he doesn't pass that page off to someone else, it's going to consume him.
You may have your doubts, but Robbie is tough. Tougher than you realize.
I wish I could share your optimism, Hunter. Everything related to the dark hole turns my stomach.
Maybe so. But I have complete faith that Robbie is strong enough to carry the parchment for as long as we need him to.
How much longer is he expected to hold the page?
We are all waiting on Stark. Until he can finalize his plan to destroy it, we wait.
All I can say is Stark had better hurry.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Hunter, could you do us a great favor?
It's weird. Something about Jeremiah Kane's statue drew me. Guess it's that old Spirit of Vengeance connection, huh?
Like you, Kane carried more burdens than any one man should.
Yeah, so he knew how the big honor could also become a curse.
Do you feel like you have been cursed?
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome to be one of the Midnight Suns and have the incredible responsibility of carrying the Parchment of Power. But it also really sucks.
As long as you carry the parchment with you, you are the most powerful member of the Midnight Suns. I hope you realize that.
Huh. Never thought of it that way.
It is an awesome responsibility.
Yeah, but of course, power doesn't do me much good unless I use it. And I doubt that's ever gonna happen.
Blaze's betrayal probably soured your outlook.
About that, I keep thinking about what happened back in Limbo. Right before all the fighting broke out, when Blaze told me you were the key to the parchment, the prophecy, all of it. And that if we took you out, the world might survive.
Robbie.
I know what you're gonna say. Don't trust Blaze. I get it. Which is why I'm thinking I should read this parchment for myself and find out exactly what caused him to get so worked up about you.
The forces of the parchment and the Darkhold are not to be trifled with, Robbie. You cannot expect to read the page the way you would a normal book.
Oh boy, here we go. More of that. This is beyond you, Robbie. I've been hearing this junk since I asked to see my first R-rated movie as a kid. Guess what? I snuck into those movies, and I can sneak a peek at the parchment.
Trust me, this is not the same as childhood misbehavior. You are gambling not just with your life, but the lives of all of those who love you.
Fine, forget it. I'm not gonna read the page. Happy now?
I am relieved, yes. But what are you going to do instead?
I'm gonna do what I normally do. Sit and worry. And hope Stark hurries up with whatever he's building in the forge.
That may take a while.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. After all this, I better get a statue of my own around here.
Bye.
Thanks, Hunter.
Just tell
I
me.
already told you.
That was just a bunch of hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Authored by the hand of a corrupted elder god, vile, unspeakable evil power contained within its pages. I get it. The Darkhold is bad. But I'm a scientist. I need facts, examples, highlights, lowlights.
Are you really asking me for a book report on the Darkhold?
I mean, I could just blast the page to smithereens without knowing the context, but understanding it is so much more interesting.
Context or no context, I'm still skeptical that your plan will actually work.
Well, okay, then share your deep insights with me, Dr. Spooky. Come on, spill the beans.
I have no beans to spill, Tony. I think I need some fresh air.
I guess you're wondering why Strange and I were getting into it.
I saw enough.
He gets so huffy and precious when it comes to his magic stuff. Everything has to be shrouded in mystery, like he's on stage in Vegas or something. I think he's afraid I'm going to turn around and become an even greater sorcerer than he is.
I thought you two had put your rivalry behind you. Are you not supposed to be getting along?
Well, I guess you could say we get along like family.
That is...
Well, in that he's the annoying cousin who comes to visit and then burns weird incense and never leaves.
Surely there is a way for you both to work together in harmony.
You'll never catch us in the same barbershop quartet. But, given enough time, I'm sure I can reverse engineer an Elder God's programming language. Sure, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying, but that's not my problem.
So you think the Darkhold is no different from some fabulous bit of technology?
Oh, absolutely. And like any other fabulous bit of technology, it's only a matter of time before I figure out how to do what I want to do with it. Every problem has a solution, my resurrected friend. And I'm going to find it.
It will be a challenge, but I know you can handle it.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Actually, you can tell me several times. I'm such a shameless sucker for praise.
And what about Strange? Are you going to let him sulk?
Oh, I'll find Dr. Spooky later, and explain my position clearly. Make sure he understands.
It might help if you stop calling him Dr. Spooky.
Yeah, you're right. I should use his name. Stephen Spooky.
I give up.
Well, don't give up yet. You need to get the research going on the Gamma Accelerator. I've got the pieces and Dad's research, and I'm ready to go. I'm serious about getting the research started. Parchment isn't going to blow itself up.
Magic highlights, Tony. Highlight. I have always... Good day, Hunter.
What's up, Big H?
If Hydra's mystics succeed in opening that rift, they'll call even more of Lilith's children to their side.
Why are they all still looking at me?
Oh, they smell nervous.
Chaos consumes me.
Stephanie Trick. Come get it.
No pain will shake our loyalty.
Now that was something.
That's one mystic out. Not another mystic out of the ritual. Almost there.
Playtime's over. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
It's on. Get some.
As commanded.
I'll live to fight another day.
Haven't cut him loose yet.
Fear the Scarlet is only temporary.
Your fate is sealed.
Will not be discouraged.
Maybe you should teach me that one. About time.
Our enemy draws near.
I'm impressed.
You're in trouble now. Oh, that easy.
That's one hell of a move.
Enduring pain.
That's not supposed to hurt.
Guess they're still after me.
Your time has come.
Hail!
You had your chance to escape.
How invigorating!
We fear death.
I think you got it. These fanatics are always the same.
We must help them!
Still coming my way. Watch me. Give the mother my regards in hell.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Weak, even for Hydra. Talk while you still can.
Seen that before. It's weird like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
You're still set on me.
You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandons you.
We've done it.
Time for book club. You coming?
Meet you there.
After you.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice in my head.
If you I'm good if you are.
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face. I thought you didn't read the book. I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
For less capable people, that sounds far too rigid a way to lead.
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives and the resources to achieve them. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one. And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
The Wicked. Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
You leaving?
I am taking off.
Good meeting.
Acunas ad sepulchrum, non hoc in hora, tutela contra inferna vocat, paper potestatem.
Agatha, what are you doing?
Casting a protection spell over the Abbey. Now that we are in possession of the Parchment of Power, we must be vigilant in guarding against its influences.
What can I do to help?
You can't. This is a very rare form of sorcery, practiced only by those who have passed from this realm. But you can watch over the others. This spell will only prevent the worst type of harm the parchment can inflict, but can't stop it from making mischief completely.
Mischief? What sort of mischief?
There's no way of knowing for sure. But if there's one thing I am sure of, it's this. The words etched onto the page were written by Chthon himself. Not even my magic can silence them. They will affect us, if only in whispers. I mean, they're probably affecting us right here, right now, and won't stop. Not until Stark finally manages to nuke it from space.
Then there is hope.
There sure is. But until that happens, we need to protect ourselves. Speaking of, I should really finish this incantation. The spell cannot be completed without it.
I will leave you to it then.
Sleep well, Hunter. If you can. If you remember from the last trial, I told you that Hippus was consumed by his brother, Set, who absorbed his power. It was this betrayal that showed the Elder Gods, including Chthon, the path towards their own corruption.
This is a serious predicament for you. Your fate is sealed. I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics. Let you down.
I don't think we'll be seeing any Serpent Men, but in his heyday, Set created his own personal army, much like Lilith and her children. He seemed to have an unusual fascination with Earth's various reptile species.
Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous. Hold the light's gift! The advantage is mine. You had your chance to escape. Too weak for this fight.
Everything an old witch will tell you. When the now corrupt Set descended upon the Earth, he used the prevailing reptiles, dinosaurs, to create his physical form.
Your time has come. Your mother abandoned you.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Feel my call. The advantage is mine. Must have angered them. I'm the only one left standing.
When autumn came to destroy Set, the ensuing destruction for thousands of years drove them to extinction alongside their fallen admirer.
The untold price of being favored by the Elder Gods. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Return to your mother.
I wouldn't go so far as to say Set is pleased, but I'm sure you've piqued his interest.
This looks like a Set regards no obstacles. Final resting place of Yelena Nikovich. She was accused of sorcery as a child and left to fend for herself. A familiar story. Autumn, show me the way. Nothing can stand in his way. Autumn reveals all. Set is in good humor today. There must not be anything here. Hippus does not seem to agree. Autumn thinks otherwise. Set must not be listening today. She does not see it happening. Chthon's dark influence tainted this well. The water here should be safe now. The Father of Serpents is smiling. Set has decided not to. Set revels in his blessing. Charlie would not have done. That is something.
Ride is ready and waiting.
Fascinating.
Family protects one another. Family loves one another. Family would do anything to save one another. Is that not what these heroes of yours preach? Then why abandon you at the doorstep of that wretched pretender Mephisto, my precious child?
My family saved me. It was the coward Blaze that sold me out.
Perhaps. Still, Blaze is no coward. And he is most certainly not a friend to Mephisto. For him to have made such a deal, all the more reason I must have the page.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hear me, child. Say what you will about Johnny Blaze, but his soul is one of the strongest I have ever encountered. He has carried the parchment for decades without succumbing to its call, battled angels and demons alike, and rattled the thrones of far too many gods.
It almost seems like you admire him.
I simply state the facts. Now he is free of the page, and another takes on the mantle of its guardian.
Robbie.
Do you really think he will prevail over the Parchment of Power?
You were right, Mother.
I am?
Robbie will never be Johnny Blaze. He will become something far greater. I gladly place my fate and that of the world in his hands.
My original offer still stands. If you truly value your friend, relieve him of his burden and surrender the parchment to me. Ignore my warning, and Blaze's betrayal will be a fond memory compared to what is coming next.
I hope the others slept better than I did. You wanted to speak, Carol?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks.
Thanks for what?
For surprising me with your unexpected friendship. I did not see that coming. Believe it or not, I don't have a lot of peeps I can call friends. Not close ones, at least.
I do not believe it. You were like the popular girl in one of Nico's high school movies.
You're not referring to one of those mean girl characters, are you? Because I know I can spar with the best of them, but I try to give everyone around me a fair shake.
No. You were like that high school vampire slayer who has a group of friends who look out for her, even though she cannot see exactly how loved and admired she is by all.
I'm glad you're here, Hunter. I feel like you get just how heavy all that extra baggage can be when it comes to having crazy freaking superpowers.
Reminds me of a French quote.
Give me the dubbed version, please. My French is only the pardonable kind.
It roughly translates to, "Great responsibility is the inseparable consequence of great power."
It sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy now. Anyway, I should let you get back to whatever cool thing you were doing before I dragged you out here to get all gushy.
Anytime, Carol.
No, that can't be. I had that dream too.
Maybe it was something we ate.
Don't you mean someone?
I don't know. This stinks of a hex or a curse or something.
If we all had the same nightmare, does that mean we all share the same subconscious neurosis?
God, I hope
The
not.
probability of every single one of us walking the same dream state is 1,000,000,000,000 to 1. It must mean something.
Yeah, it means we might want to have a little chat with our friendly neighborhood hunter.
Oh, I knew I should have let Mr. Murdoch copyright that for me.
I still can't get that image out of my mind.
Same here, and that's saying a lot these days.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this all.
There is... the parchment.
I knew that page would find a way of messing with our heads.
Or maybe it was warning us about you-know-who.
Did you have the dream?
What dream?
I'm here if you want to talk about it.
I'm assuming you had the same dream last night as the rest of us.
I am pretty sure I did not. What was it?
I'll let Wanda tell you. She's better at communicating those kinds of things. All I can say is, what I saw last night made me worry about you.
I am more worried about you. Riddled with nightmares, suspicious of friends and colleagues. The page is getting to you.
The page is not getting to me. Everyone had the same exact nightmare last night. If anything, it's getting to everyone here.
It is possible. The full effects of the Parchment of Power have gone largely unstudied.
And they will remain unstudied. Honestly, I can't wait for it to be destroyed.
So, you are not going to read it?
Hell no. And not just because I suspect it's giving me bad dreams. Because I know whatever Blaze read set him off so hard that he betrayed us.
Are you afraid of reading the page because you think you would betray us, Robbie?
Kinda. Yeah.
I do not think you ever could. You are made of stronger stuff than Blaze.
Thanks, Hunter. It makes me feel better. But I'm still not chancing it. I think Wanda wants to talk to you. I should stop monopolizing your time and let her get a word in. Oh, and Hunter?
Yes, Robbie?
Take care of yourself, okay? Like, really take care.
I always do. What is everyone so upset about?
A nightmare. We all had the same one last night, and it has unnerved us. Wondering if you had the same one too. Would be weird if you were the only one in the Abbey who didn't.
No nightmares here. My slumber was quite serene last night.
No offense, Hunter, but you're full of it.
As in, I am full of sweet dreams, you would be right.
I doubt that. Funny though. Everyone dreamed about you last night, but you didn't dream at all. Wonder what that means.
Wait, the dream was about me. What do you mean?
Let's just say you... something threw you above us. Your face twisted in what could only be described as extreme agony. And that's as far as I want to remember. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, it was just a dream, right?
We both know nothing is just a dream, especially these days.
Let's hope this one was. We should probably stop talking now. Everyone is staring.
They are staring?
Yep.
They really are frightened, are they not?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, everyone here is just as afraid of me as they are of you.
Maybe I shouldn't be so gung-ho about you.
Last night was no dream.
Come on over, Hunter. I'm slinging some hot, fresh parchment blasting tech here.
Is this it? Is this the thing that will destroy the parchment?
You better believe it. That's the Gamma Accelerator. Plus a few tips taken from dear old Dad's notes. Plus a few crucial adjustments. Plus some revolutionary new tech created on the fly.
Are you sure it will work?
I'm sure you've got a million questions. Come to the war room and you can hear my full spiel. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
I know we can't control our dreams, Hunter. Maybe we can help you learn not to share them.
It was all a dream, right, Hunter? Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work.
Our emotions and our minds because she is desperate for the parchment. She is frightened of us. That said, something still isn't quite making sense. The whole picture is fuzzy. We are missing something.
I'm trying to assume it was Lil.
Good day, Hunter.
Lilith's messing with our minds, right?
For the Dream Sharing Club.
You'd better not sell us out. Practice makes perfect. I'm usually a light, but last night I felt like I couldn't wake up.
Constant innovation. That's the Stark promise.
See you around.
Once, I dreamt that I grew...
Anytime now, Tony.
Yeah, you're being a little extra rude right now.
If I'm a little excited that another one of my brilliant, one-of-a-kind inventions will thwart the apocalypse. Again.
Uh-huh. What's the plan?
Now, I know a lot of you aren't used to the scientific method. So, take a breath, let it all soak in. I can talk you through the really complex parts.
You want to shoot the indestructible Page with a giant ray gun.
A giant gamma ray gun.
You can't just blow up the Parchment of Power with gamma energy. It isn't done.
He has a point.
Look, you and the Hocus Pocus crowd had your shot. Now, it's my turn. Mine and Hound's.
Your father's research.
Pops wasn't trying to weaponize gamma energy. He was trying to supercharge it into an almost unlimited power source. Should probably thank Bruce for helping me realize that. Problem is, gamma energy has a threshold. Push it too much and it goes boom. Big time.
Enter Los Diablos.
Birthplace of the Hulk.
And the last time somebody tried putting Pop's theories to the test. Entire area is still saturated with that same modified energy. If I can channel it through my accelerator cannon, well, that gamma field page of yours
will go boom. Big time?
Bingo. Huge time.
We're gonna need a tremendous amount of power.
And not just gamma. Yo, Lost Boys. And Lost Girls, saddle up. We need you.
Sabretooth's still out there. They ain't going nowhere without me.
The more the better. Somebody's gotta clap when I thwart the apocalypse. Again.
This plan seems crazy, right? Weird dreams, huh? Probably just the end of the world jitters. You get used to them.
Certifiable.
Stay focused on Tony's ridiculous plan. I'll keep an eye out for Hydra.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
What's the word, kid?
Nothing. Nothing is definitely the word.
Oh, well, nothing's good. You don't have the Abbey masking you in that page right now. Just keep a safe distance a little longer until we're ready here. With even one blast, my gamma cannon will drain the ambient gamma energy from this entire valley. This is gonna have to be a one-shot deal.
Then don't miss.
Got that part covered.
This is by far the worst plan I've ever been part of. And I've done jobs with Deadpool.
Robbie cannot hide that page forever. If there is any chance of removing that burden from him. Speaking of...
Yo, Fast and the Flamius, what did I just tell you?
Stark! Power up that damn ray gun!
What?
Stark! Multiple targets closing on your position!
That ain't Robbie.
Activated gamma collectors now.
How long do you need?
How would I know? I just invented the damn things yesterday.
Then keep going. We will hold the line.
Stark. Too smart for your own good. Ignore the others and follow that page. It's time I return home.
If you could go ahead and stop them from attacking the highly vulnerable gamma collector, that would be fantastic.
Feel free to come down here and throw a few lasers at him.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And while I'm down there, which one of you is going to initialize the accelerator to fire this thing?
Fair point.
We will hold this position as long as necessary.
Trust me, it'll be worth the wait.
That's your
First one that makes an old dog joke gets diced.
You were too weak for this fight. No mercy for the servants.
You took your shot, but Mother wasn't having it.
Really starting to grind my gears.
They're not willing to accept defeat.
Come get it. Time I cut off your feet.
Mother will just keep...
Tired of hearing about your mama, too.
Agreed. Your time has come. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
What is it like being so inconsequential?
See how you like it.
Is that where he told you to go?
As they say, well done.
Mother knew you were weak. That's why I...
Set up coming after me.
Almost there?
This will...
great deal of trust in your nemesis, Logan.
Yeah, she really knows how to pick 'em. I'm nobody's minion. I leave that to suckers like you.
I am impressed.
This one's...
Did someone feel a breeze?
Want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. Now for something real special.
Something's wrong.
That looked like it hurt.
I hope you are prepared.
Looks like we need a medic.
Give you just about enough time, Runs. I'm getting bored with this group.
I'll be more than happy to put you out of your misery. You're ready. Bring what you got.
Enjoy this.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. You were never strong enough to face me.
You were never my equal. Will do. There are things there, and I can make them happen for you. They've taken me down.
This shall be of great help.
You brought me.
You were more than just a gatekeeper. Looks like it's up to you.
Good work.
Not be enough to get rid of me.
Come up with. That'll be healed before you can try again.
should help.
As a child, I feared the Sacred. Now I teach them to fear me.
Mother won't let me. She's
Looking good for you.
better come up with something new.
It would seem Lilith chose poorly.
I think we're ready to rock and roll.
You don't get it, Rump. There's magic pumping through these veins now.
You got that right.
Hold him!
Guys, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep this up.
Don't wait on me. Get another deal, oh please. What did Lilith offer you? Better gas mileage?
Not quite. Return. Tried to avoid this mess, you know.
What?
But y'all had to do things the hard way. You were right, kid. I am a coward. Been running from this moment my whole life. World's really gonna beat this thing, it'll need someone strong. Like you.
Wait! No!
3, 2, 1.
See you soon, Rox.
Sleeping Titan has awakened. The Herald of Chthon.
No, it's the freaking Hulk! I just gave him an upgrade. Now, before we all start playing the blame game, I think it's important to recognize that my theory...
This is Dr. Banner's other side.
Horns are new.
That's not all, Tony. I'm finally seeing my true potential through Mother's eyes.
Weird, too. Fair enough.
Your fate is sealed.
You will regret that. You know what happens when I get angry. It's your time.
disappointed in your efforts.
They continue their march towards hell.
How was I supposed to know Bruce will try and write it like that? We needed a way to destroy the parchment, and I gave us one.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You see, this guy gets it.
It is time. Touch me. That will never stop me. Only the innocent are spared.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Our so-called friendship is at an end. No more running. Mother will. This changes nothing.
More of them are joining the fight. Maybe I should be flattered.
I should probably thank you for helping me break through, Tony. You don't know how frustrating it's been.
I think I liked it better when the big version only used single syllables.
I'm sure it was to your advantage keeping me down.
Don't get all broody on me now, Bruce. That's just a little... Love the effort.
Mother will always shield me. Where will you go?
I know that wasn't your signature.
Provides a true challenge.
We're not getting anywhere with this. Might as well be throwing pointy sticks.
How did you...
I'd say it's more like we pointed at something and hope for the best.
That is not reassuring. The advantage is mine.
This shouldn't take long.
See your objective. You know that That's not enough. Mindless followers suffer the same fate.
Getting it done any way we know how?
So that was something.
Let's do it.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Such power.
It is like fighting a god.
I'm taking him down before we can do it again. Just need to...
All these years, Tony, letting you think you were my equal. I could have squashed you so easily.
You let us go. Not sure I want to know why.
The Hulk will deliver the page to Lilith, just as it was foretold. Just as she planned all along.
All right. Because you're telling me she orchestrated all of this?
My mother always gets what she wants. With the Darkhold in her grasp, there is only one thing she is missing. Me.
Only thing is, magic took out Sabretooth. Now I don't feel like smoking it. Knew one day he'd cut off more than he could chew. I just thought Creed's reckoning was mine to deliver.
Magic is too young to have this on her shoulders.
Agree. Can't tell Magic what to do, though. Got too much of that Rasputin headstrong nature.
It is indeed dark times when the youth must make dark choices.
I'm worried about the kid. You change when you cancel someone's check. We can't afford another one on our side pulling a Banner.
Battle offers us no easy choices, and none of us emerge unscathed.
Liliana's growing on me. I guess I gotta make sure she doesn't end up like me. Last thing I need is another Jubilee. She could come in handy against Hulk, though.
The Hulk situation worries us all.
I've survived a few dust-ups of the Green Rage monster. 2 reasons I walked away. Healing factor, and I got the feeling that Banner was holding the green guy back. I don't get that feeling anymore, do you?
Dr. Banner may prove an ally to us.
Your mom's play of turning puny Banner was smart. She controls Hulk's only weakness. The part that was on our side. After a good fight, I like to howl at the moon.
Enough, Tony. We tried and we failed. Time to admit we might not have all the answers on this one.
We needed to act, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, okay, the plan didn't work out. I'll come up with another. If that doesn't work, I'll try again and again. Until I win.
You win?
You know what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. Listen to someone other than yourself for once. Stand down, Tony.
Not while I can still fix this. What do you say, boss? Is Rogers right? Should the star player get benched after one mistake? Or maybe you're smart, and you know I can get us across the finish line.
I have faith in you, Tony. One failed plan will not change that.
The great hunter has spoken. I knew you'd have my back. Anything else, Rogers?
This won't end well.
You know what? Write down all of your concerns. Email them to me, and I'll never read them.
Hulk fights dirty, mean, and brutal.
I can't get Blaze out of my head. I don't mean possession or anything, just everything that happened.
Tell me what you were thinking.
On the one hand, he was my personal hero. On the other hand, he tried to destroy you. On the other hand, he sacrificed himself to save me. How do I honor him and still be truthful? It's too many hands.
No matter what betrayals he visited upon us, he did the right thing in the end. You are standing here because he sacrificed himself.
Maybe so. I also remember Mephisto's sulfur stench, and Blaze's generally awful attitude. Can I really talk about the good and ignore the awful? I don't think so.
Whatever you decide to do, do it quickly. I am afraid we are running out of time.
You really helped clarify my thinking. Thank you. I'll figure something out by morning. Promise. This is so hard.
I mean, it's not like Robbie's gonna let you write a eulogy for Blaze. Seems like this is something he's got to work out on his own. But a little backup never hurts.
And what are you doing?
Me? I'm here to support Robbie. He watched his personal hero sacrifice himself. He shouldn't have to grieve alone.
I am concerned about Robbie too. Blaze's betrayal and his sacrifice, it could be overwhelming to him.
The guy's been through a lot. That's why I want to help him get closure. I'm sure he'll be fine after that.
Closure? What is that?
Yeah, you know, closure? Like, after you have a breakup and you insist on making your ex go out for coffee so you can tell them how they made you feel.
Do you think that is effective?
I've watched hundreds of hours of daytime TV talk shows that say yes. So, as soon as Robbie works this out, we'll be good to go. Robbie will figure out what to do. Eventually.
Desert air's rough on my allergies.
The old gods have been waiting for a new champion, and now they finally have one. It may not feel like it, dear, but you've done something extraordinary here. Finishing the trials is no easy task.
I could not have done it without my faithful companion, or my most trusted advisor.
I'm glad you've stayed humble. But now, I think it's time we finally got to the heart of all this. Where Wanda and I failed, you can now tread without fear. The door is waiting for you, Hunter.
Will you be there with me?
Of course, dear. I'll be damned if I'm going to miss the chance to see that thing blown to pieces. It's the closest I'll ever get to revenge.
And once we are on the other side?
Presumably we'll get some answers, but I don't want to make any assumptions at this point. I'll see you at the gate in Lilith's garden when you're ready, Hunter.
Oh, I don't know. Tried to save the world?
We're barely mustering a resistance to Lilith and Hyder's normal units. And now they have our...
Break the wall, Hunter. I will be right here. After.
Set is in good humor today. Perhaps I asked too much of him. There is only so much Hippus can do. Sarah?
Of all the things you weren't expecting, finding me here had to be near the top of the list.
Have you been following me?
On the contrary, kiddo. I think it's you that's been following in my footsteps. Speaking of which, have you been enjoying the trials? I'm not sure how you found your way down that path, but you've obviously impressed the gods, just like your mother and I did.
You are being much calmer than I expected about all this.
You aren't the first member of your family to sneak away and attempt the trials. I remember raising more than a few eyebrows on my run.
This from the favored daughter of Oshter?
I always respected Oshter, especially compared to some of her siblings.
And my mother?
I think she saw something of herself in Autumn, but she was never one to flatter the gods.
She seems to have no issue kneeling to Chthon.
Is that really what you believe, Hunter?
It is the truth.
It's only the truth because that's what I've led you to believe all these years.
And now?
If you've come this far, then there's really no point in hiding it anymore.
This place, sealed and hidden away beneath my mother's garden. This was you again. Something else you wanted to lock away.
Would you believe it's because I've been a stubborn old woman for far too many centuries?
Yes.
This may be difficult to understand given what you've been told, how you were raised. But your mother isn't the bastion of evil the world knows her to be.
Yes, I know she was not the mother of demons when she was with my father.
There's more to it than that. I told you of her work to find a cure for his illness. There was nothing she could do, and when he passed, she accepted his fate. But then, the corruption came for you.
I was sick? I do not remember that at all.
I'm not surprised, given the cure. You were so young, so vulnerable. Lilith was inconsolable. If she had been desperate to heal your father, she was now completely unhinged when it came to curing you.
But she did find a way.
We had thought to bury it in this place forever, safe from not just the greedy eyes of petty men like Shaw, but from ourselves.
The Darkhold.
Yes, and sensing your mother's desperation, the damn thing called out to her. There within its pages, Lilith found a way to protect her child. straight from the Great Shadow himself, Chthon. And as payment, she pledged her eternal devotion to him, reborn as the Mother of Demons.
She gave herself to Chthon for me.
You were her only child, and she loved you more than anything else in this world. In her mind, it was no sacrifice at all. You were all that mattered.
And you still let me believe she was a monster.
For your protection, I only let you see her as she is now.
But what she became...
What she became, I barely recognized. She may have been your mother, but there was no way she could be your mother ever again.
And so you cast her out?
She was weakened from the transition. Some part of her soul still struggling with the corruption infecting her, I suppose. I knew I would only have the moment, and so I struck, drove her from the Abbey, from you. It was the only way I could protect you. In my mind and in my heart, I believed that the Lilith I knew would have done the same.
But then she came back.
Yes, it took her years, but she finally returned. Of course, by then, she had become something far different. The rest, as you know, is history. Until now. I thought by sealing this place, by avoiding the truth, that it would somehow make all of this easier. But I also knew someday we would have this conversation.
All this time... all these years... how could you?
I don't expect you to forgive me anytime soon, Hunter. But at least you know the truth.
I hope your conscience is clear now.
I will carry this with me for the rest of my years. You can take comfort in that, Hunter.
Nothing can stand in his way. He hears me, but has no answers. If his help was warranted, Hippus would provide.
Careful now. It's good to have you around again.
I hadn't intended on eavesdropping, dear, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Sarah.
Did you know about my mother?
Sarah was never any more forthcoming about Lilith with me than she has been with you. She must have felt it was safer to keep both of us in the dark.
It is hard to know what to think now.
After so many years and so many conflicting stories, you have every right to be unsure.
And to say nothing of what this did to you?
It may sound ridiculous, but if someone had to end up this way, I'm glad it was me. Can you imagine what a nightmare Sarah would be as a poltergeist?
That is true. We may have had another terror stalking the grounds had things gone differently.
And despite everything, I have to say, I'm glad we were able to spend this bit of extra time together, Hunter.
I enjoyed it too, Agatha.
I'm glad, dear. But there are still more secrets to discover, if you're interested.
More still? How will I know where to find them?
Oh, I'd say some combination of dumb luck and persistence? But in all seriousness, with Set's blessing, you'll be able to break down all sorts of things, I imagine. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Just have fun, dear.
Mother.